Hey guys, Adrian Racing here, back today with another video. Now, F1 at the moment has a bit of a problem with Monaco. The cars are too wide, the track is too narrow, and in all honesty, there's just nowhere really to overtake. And that has led for some calls for Monaco to be removed from the F1 calendar. Now, in my honest opinion, F1 needs to be racing in Monaco. It's so steeped in history and tradition and all that malarkey that to lose F1 at Monaco would be to lose a part of the sport and what makes it so amazing. But then I was browsing Race Department the other day, trying to find some cool mods for Assetto Corsa, when I come across this. Now, this car is the Mad Formula Student, and this is the Evo version. So what this car is basically a college project from a college in, I believe it was Madrid. I'll put a link to the car down below. You all need to go check this out. And what it basically is a go-kart with lots of downforce and actual working brakes. So this car, the Evo version, has a grand total of 121 brake horsepower in a car weighing 240 kilos. So it apparently does 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds, and you're in a box made of absolutely nothing. Of course, the giant front wing and giant rear wing actually produce quite a lot of downforce, as well as that gigantic splitter underneath the rear axle. On top of all the downforce as well, you've got the super grippy slick tyres and a 6-speed sequential gearbox, which needs a flip on the downshift to get it in gear. And just to top it all off, it has 90 degrees of steering rotation either way. So it's a full-on go-kart steering. Probably the maddest go-kart you can get anywhere. So we're going to be here, we're going to be doing a quick 7-lap race here at Monaco, expecting 3 wides through the tunnel and many heroics into Sandoval. So without further ado, let's head out on track to see if this would fix Formula 1's overtaking problem. Right, so here we are on the grid for a 7-lap race in Monaco. And it is lights out and away we go. First gear, flat on the standing start there. Words were struggling there. Now up to Sandoval for the first time. Jeff tells me no heroics. I disagree. We find a gap to slot into and make up lots of places off the start as we head 2 wide up through Beau Rivage, sorry. Up the hill, top of 6th gear, just about fits the gearing this, and then flat through Macedé almost, just a small lift of the throttle, tap of the brakes for Casino, and maybe we can try and think of a move around the outside here. This is later on the brakes. Oh, we have to get off the throttle there. We make another place up as he smashes the curb into the hairpin for the first time. Just take the place so easily. Oh, big kick of oversteer there. Try not to use too much steering input. Use too much steering input, it can really mess the balance of the car up. And now we're sitting in the slipstream. Can we maybe take to the inside through the tunnel? Is the AI going to give us the space? Just about. Who's going to be later on the brakes into the chicane? Sorry. He's there on the brakes. He smashes the wall. We take that place back. Thank you very much. And now up to back for the first time. Through the swim pool for the first time now. Oh, small lift of the throttle. Through the second chicane. Flat on the exit. Maybe we can think about moving around the outside. Not quite close enough there. Just aim it perfectly for the apex. Just one more corner to go for the first lap. We get a big kick of oversteer on the throttle on exit. And there's the first lap completed. And what can I say? 2 wide up Beau Rivage. You would not see that at all in modern F1 cars. Things 2 meters wide these days. So much downforce, so much dirty air. You just don't get that. These little tiny cars are probably what, 70, 80 centimeters wide? Over half the width of a modern F1 car. That's it in the slipstream. We're possibly thinking about moving around the outside as they're going too wide through Macedé there. Again, another clip of the barrier. Turn damage off for this because the AI do like to monster barriers. I thought about making a 3 wide there. That would have been a bit crazy. Take him around the outside. Very nice. Into the hairpin. Just slowly put the lock on. These cars with their 90 degrees of steering angle either way makes it super sensitive to steering. So easy to make an overcorrection as well and just loop the car around. And now we're on the outside in the tunnel going too wide, which means we're going to have the inside line for the chicane. We're going to give the AI the space. Where is he? Can't quite see him. He's on our right somewhere. He's later on the brakes. He manages to be later on the brakes and manages to keep place. We get the better exit. And we take that place. Thank you very much. Now, through here completely flat. Round the outside, in fact. Oh, around the outside of the chicane as well. Just get as close to that green barrier as possible on the inside as we make up another place. Down to second gear. Oh. Now just, again, just Anthony nodes to go. Oh, cars have really spit out of the back there. And already we're 3 laps into the race. Now my sort of proposition to the FIA. Have the F1 season as normal. Do your 30 billion rounds of the F1 calendar going to every country on Earth that wants to pay you enough money. But then when we head to Monaco, ditch the F1 cars, leave them at the factories, get the guys over at the Spanish college to make up 20 of these, ship them all out to Monaco, chuck them all on an equal setup, do some one-shot qualifying or something, and have a full-length Grand Prix, but in these absolute rocket ships. That'll separate the good drivers from the best drivers. And also you'll be able to overtake, and it would be an absolute spectacle for the fans. Imagine the F1 fans, they spend all that money on F1 tickets for Monaco, all billions of pounds on their yachts. And they turn up expecting to see Max Verstappen in his Red Bull, and then out comes this little thing with its 120 brake horsepower, and they've never been so excited in their life to see a race. Oh, we have to... Shh. Don't worry, chat. It was avoiding a collision. Yeah, imagine that. That would be a hell of a spectacle. I'd love to see these things race in real life. And I'll try and find some real life footage of these cars to put in the description below if there's any that exists on YouTube, actually. Oh. But yeah, this is mega fun. This is so much more fun than racing F1 cars around here. And as I said, the gearing for this Evo one was just power, with just enough topping out 6th gear as we're heading into Sandoval and into the chicane at the end of the tunnel. Up the hill once again. And of course these cars are designed for their own little tracks, designed for go-kart tracks. And there was a mod creator, I can't remember his name. Again, I'll put this track pack in the description below. For some miniature tracks, miniature versions. I believe there was a miniature Spa. I can't remember the other tracks there was a miniature version of, which are designed for these cars. And there's a simracing.gp group which race these cars online. And I cannot tell you, imagine how much fun this would be online around Monaco. Maybe we could set that up sometime. The Mad Formula Student Grand Prix of Monaco. Online, full grid, 21 cars. That would be absolutely crazy. But the AI will have to do for the moment. Maybe we can think about send here. The AI is very good on the brakes into the chicane here. So easy to lock the brakes in this car. No ABS, no traction control either. And all the power right at the top of the rev range. I believe it's got a bike engine in the back, which is why it's revving out to nearly almost 14,000 RPM. That's F1 stats there. 4th gear, just pitch it in, try not to hit the barrier. You do hit the barrier in this car, it does like to pirouette around a bit. Also the same as if you're a bit too aggressive on the steering inputs, it can really pitch the car around. It's actually quite a tricky car to drive and learn this thing. But anyway, back to the race we go. We're already on lap 5, 2 laps to go. Let's see if we can try and get these 2 cars up ahead. So we've got a little bit of clear air into turn 1, down to 4th gear, pitch it in, back on the throttle nice and slowly. But we head up the hill, through Beau Rivage. Up to 150 k's coming up the hill. About 110, 120 miles an hour, and then just bleed off the throttle, down to 5th gear, through Massenet. Again, just keeping off the throttle through Casino. Minding the bump, and then down to 3rd gear. And then into the hairpin, down to 2nd gear. Oh, bit too much steering input there. Oh no, we're round. Come on, car. Almost stalled it there, nearly. That's going to lose us some time. We're now going to have to face some threats from the cars behind again. I just went into full lock mode there, forgetting that full lock is like absolutely nothing in this car. Fuel warning lights on, but it doesn't really matter. This car uses basically no fuel anyway. Started the race with 5 litres, we'll have easily enough to make it to the end of the race. Second gear, just through the chicane. I think I might have cut the rear tyres as well. The tyres are actually pretty sensitive, these slicks. Through to back, completely flat once again, just hardly putting any steering input in, just nice and smooth. That's the way to drive this car. This really boggles your mind. It's the amount of grip this thing has. This is literally a go-kart if it had enough steroids to feed an entire nation. Right, one clear lap. Let's see if we can try and make some time up. So just for a bit of reference, an F1 car around here, the lap record in an F1 car is 1 minute 10, with the race lap record being a 1:15 odd. We're in the 140s at the moment, so they are a bit slower, but slow doesn't mean bad. As some F1 mechanics like to disagree with that. Can this be flat? Probably just about. Maybe we're given a good setup, but the car's so low, it's so sensitive to the bumps on the ground that if you try and push the car a bit too much, it'll just sort of bottom out and just pirouette round on itself. There we go. That's a bit better through the hairpin. Nice. It's actually been a pretty decent lap so far. Just come up through the tunnel. Once again, 5th gear, 150 k's, 155, probably 160 k's as we head into the braking zone for the chicane. Again, so late in F1, you're braking at the top of the hill there, just as the outside curb starts. Here you're braking 20-30 metres before the corner. In flat through to back, 6th gear, 150 k's, turn it in. That's a 3rd gear. That was a bit of a slow entry there, as we've already caught right back up despite the spin. And we're going to head on to the last lap now. Through Anthony Nodes. And then nice and early on the power on the exit now. 1 lap to go. Let's see if we can try and make some places up here. Leaders on the final lap. I think this could be on for a win here. Nice exit up the hill towards Beau Rivage. I'm just going to sit in the slipstream. Quite a lot of tow you can get from this car. That big rear end, big rear spoiler really punches a hole in the air. Maybe think about a move up the inside into Masonate. He has the outside line, he has the grip. He's had a poor run through Casino, but so have we. Maybe we can think about Sendir. The AI just so much better on the brakes than me. I just can't quite brake that late as he hits the wall violently. We have to avoid him there without... Could have thought about making a place there. We had to avoid a big old accident. Oh, he's super slow through there. Backed me up. Tactical defending, I think that was, from the AI. We've fallen back a bit, but I'm a lot stronger through to back and into the swimming pool. So we could possibly think about a move into the last corner. 3rd gear, he's had a really poor chicane, so have we. And now's our time to strike. If we're going to make a move, it's going to be here. So just watch my right foot, keep it planted all the way through. Around the outside of the chicane, possibly. We give him all the space in the world. He's still there. Too wide through the final chicane. Going to force him to the outside. He's still there. We're still too wide. Around the final corner as we get a really poor exit. We hit the bump and no, we don't quite get him at the end of the race there. And across the line. Session over. 3rd place in the end. We could have had a 2nd place there. Possibly even a win if we hadn't have had that spin in the hairpin. But wow. That was so much fun. And as I said, I urge any of you with a set of Corsa on PC, go try this out. Go race this. This is amazing. And also go check out the college in the description below. What a really awesome project. In fact, this is real as well. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, FIA, hire me up. I've fixed your F1 overtaking problem here at Monaco. But in all seriousness, I'm looking forward a lot to the Monaco Grand Prix. As they say, jewel in the crown of the F1 calendar. If Monaco was to go, F1 would be so bad, and it would be a shame to see it go. But as I said, full season of F1 is normal. Take these to Monaco. That's my proposition to the FIA. But anyway, hope you've had a really awesome time watching this video. I've had so much fun making this. This car is an absolute blast to drive, whatever the circuit. And I'd love to do an online race in these at some point. That would be pretty epic to sort of set up. But as I said, if you have enjoyed this video, I really appreciate that like button. Subscribe if you want to as well. Yeah, have a really awesome rest of your day. Check out my Twitch in the description below. Check out the mod in the description below. And yeah, see you all next time. Bye.